David stood in the dimly lit garage, staring at the broken-down car in front of him. His fingers were covered in grease, his arms ached, and his eyes burned from lack of sleep. But he wasn't stopping now. He couldn't. This garage, this tiny auto repair shop, was his dream, one he had fought for years to build. Growing up, David had nothing. His father left when he was young, and his mother worked 2 jobs just to keep a roof over their heads. College was never an option. Instead, at 16, he got a job sweeping floors at a mechanic's shop. He knew nothing about cars, but he watched the senior mechanics closely, learning from every repair, every mistake. When they let him work on simple tasks, he put in extra hours, staying late just to practice. But hard work didn't guarantee success, at least not right away. When the shop closed down unexpectedly, David was left jobless with no backup plan. He went from garage to garage, looking for work, but nobody wanted to hire a young mechanic without formal training. Some laughed in his face. Others dismissed him before he even had a chance to prove himself. Still, he refused to give up. He spent his days fixing cars in his backyard, offering cheap repairs to neighbors just to make ends meet. Every dollar he earned went into saving for a small workshop. He worked under the scorching sun, in the freezing cold, in the rain, whatever it took. Finally, after years of struggle, he had enough to rent a small garage space. It wasn't much, just a single lift, a few old tools, and a leaky roof, but it was his. At first, customers were scarce. Nobody wanted to trust a no-name mechanic with their cars. David handed out flyers, offered free diagnostics, and even fixed a few cars for free just to prove himself. Slowly, word spread. His reputation grew, not because he was the cheapest, but because he never cut corners. He worked late, researched every problem, and treated every car like it was his own. One day, an expensive sports car pulled into his garage. The owner was a businessman who had tried multiple mechanics, but none could fix the strange engine issue. David, despite never working on such a high-end vehicle before, took the challenge head-on. He spent days studying, testing, and troubleshooting. When he finally solved the problem, the businessman was so impressed that he recommended David to his wealthy friends. From that moment, everything changed. More customers came. The tiny garage expanded. He hired employees, bought better equipment, and within a few years, turned his struggling shop into one of the most respected auto repair businesses in the city. One evening, as he locked up the shop, he thought back to the years of rejection, the sleepless nights, and the endless struggle. He realized that every failure, every setback, had only pushed him to work harder. He often shared one lesson with his employees and young mechanics who asked how he built his success. Talent means nothing without hard work. You will be doubted. You will fail. People will tell you you're not good enough. But if you keep pushing, if you show up every single day and refuse to quit, success will come. The road is hard, but the ones who refuse to stop are the ones who make it.